And I'd like to make...
Can I stop you there on the salary basis test 602?
Yes.
Because the key word is receives. That's the first key word. And then the second two key words are or part. So on receives, it doesn't say computes or calculates as it does in 604. It says receives each pay period on a weekly or less frequent basis, a predetermined amount constituting all or part of the employee's compensation. My understanding is he received every other week at least $963. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Why doesn't that answer the 602 argument?
Okay. Under 602, the receives means the employee has to actually get it. What does he have to receive? He has to receive the predetermined amount. What is the basis of the predetermined amount? It has to be on a weekly or less frequent basis.
Where do you get that?
A predetermined amount constituting all or part of the employee's...
And 963 is part of his compensation, and it's more than 455, and he receives it every other week.
Sure, Your Honor. What I do is I take what the Department of Labor says all or part means, and that is to look at Rule 604A, because all or part of an employee's compensation, a salary or a wage, isn't the only thing that an employee gets. For example, a salaried employee might get a bonus at the end of the year. A salaried employee might get a commission. And so what the Department of Labor said is there are instances over and above the minimum guarantee that an employee may earn that's all or part of the compensation. That doesn't destroy the salary basis. But if we're talking about time worked within the work week, within the normal work week, that is not, sorry, that's based on time. The department in 604A gives an example that says time-based extras beyond the normal work week.
I guess I'm missing, just focus on 602.
Oh, I'll go back to 602.
You have a separate 604 argument and deal with that. But on 602, it says receives, not calculates, and it says part, and he receives every other week. I'm repeating myself now, 963. Seems
Sure.
like 602 is just straightforward. Unless, and I think this was the import of some of Justice Kagan's questions, you receives in context doesn't really mean the actual physical receipt. But, you know, assuming it does, then I don't understand your 602 argument.
It's best explained that when this regulation was implemented today, the Secretary of Labor was not concerned about the vice of biweekly paychecks. It is not meant to regulate the frequency of pay. It is meant to regulate the method of pay. And the method is on a weekly or less.
But it doesn't
basis.
say that. But I take your point. That's a decent argument, but it does not say that. It says receives.
Right, it does say, because that means whether the employee got it. You can't just tell an employee you're going to get paid a certain amount and not pay it. You got to make good on what you're telling the person. But what is the thing, Justice Kavanaugh, that has to be received? The predetermined amount. What is the predetermined amount? It's the guarantee. What is the guarantee based on? A weekly or less frequent basis. All, at best. At best.
I just asked a factual question. Was he guaranteed at least 963 a week?
I don't believe he was guaranteed it, but I'm just going to assume it for this because there's no point in arguing it. But, you know, his day rates changed.